So I got a package in the mail today, and it's from a fellow YouTuber, a guy by the name of Jeff Martin. He used to have his channel called Martin Survival, but recently updated it to a new name. It's now called Primitive Lifeways channel. I'll put a link in the description to check out his videos. He's doing a lot of the similar stuff to me with the survival, trapping, archery. It's really cool, especially because even though it's similar subjects, he's doing it in the desert Southwest environment. He's down in Arizona, and I'm in the Pacific Northwest. So we're doing similar activities, just with different resources that are available to us. And I'm really excited to see what he sent me. It says fragile. Hopefully everything made it here okay, and let's open it up and see what he gave me. He also has a website where he sells some survival gear, arrows, fire making kit. He gave me the first hand drill set I had, and that's where I really learned how to make a hand drill friction fire. It's a really great kit. So if you want to learn how to make a friction fire, check out his channel, or other items that are survival or Native American reproduction, arrows and that kind of thing. So let's see what he made us. Looks like it's wrapped really good. There's something in here. Oh, way cool. So I see an arrow and a quiver, and it looks like everything made it there safely. He uses a style of quiver used in the Southwest in California. The tribes were in a desert environment, so they needed lightweight gear. So they used a stock of several different plants. I've seen him make it out of the center stalk of a yucca plant, and also out of agave. So I'll have to read and see if this is agave or yucca. But what's really cool is in this quiver is an arrow, and it looks really well made. And it's a compound arrow, so I'm guessing that the tip is very fragile and wrapped up here in this bubble wrap. So let's take a closer look at what he sent me. So the first item I want to show you that he sent me is this quiver. It's a really cool quiver, and after reading the note, it is made out of a stalk of agave, and it's been hollowed out, and it's the perfect length for the arrow that he gave me. These are really lightweight, so that's pretty handy. It's got a strap on here made out of jute and some buckskin and some turkey feathers with painted with some red ochre paint. But what's really cool is this pendant here. This is made out of a stone that Jeff carved called pipestone, and it's definitely not around here. It's a very special stone to make jewelry out of. So I think Jeff has videos on how to make pipestone pendants. This arrow that he sent me is really cool. It's on a cane shaft with turkey feather fletchings, wrapped really well with sinew, and then it's got a knock that's inserted that's made out of arrowweed. I'm not familiar with that plant, but it's been hollowed out and reinforced with sinew on the tip, and that's for the foreshaft and the point, which I haven't seen yet, but is going to be wrapped up in this bubble wrap. So let's unroll it and see what that is. Cool, here's a little pigment vial. He's also made medicine vials for crushing up pigments to paint your arrows, and it's got some red ochre pigment paint on there, so very cool. Little stopper there. And here's that removable foreshaft for the arrow. It's made out of arrowweed, and it's reinforced with sinew here. Looks like a little pine pitch glue on an obsidian point, and that obsidian point looks awesome. It's really well centered. When you spin it, you can see that that point is right in the center. And the real test is when you put the foreshaft on, how well it spins and lines up. And that is just perfect. Jeff did a really good job with this main shaft and this foreshaft. That's hard to do, and it really shows a great deal of skill. So Jeff is making very high quality primitive arrows there, and I'm real honored that he gave me one. I have a collection started from fellow YouTubers that I really respect that are teaching others about primitive archery and archery in general on YouTube. And so this arrow that Jeff gave me today is going to go alongside the one he gave me over a year ago in a different package. And he has really great skill at making these arrows. They're different styles here, and his new reproduction arrows are really high quality. You can just tell that he puts a lot of heart and soul into these, and a lot of time. So I am really honored to have 2 arrows made from Jeff Martin of Primitive Lifeways channel. So some other arrows that I have in my collection that were made by fellow YouTubers. This one is a reproduction arrow that is just of the highest quality. and it has a really long foreshaft. This one's made by Billy Berger. So Billy makes great arrows. He hunts with them and is just a true artist. And I was really honored to get this arrow from Billy Berger. If you want to buy an arrow that's made by Billy Berger, he sells them on his website at primitivepathways.com. And you got to kind of check there often because they sell pretty quickly. But it's just such an honor to hold arrows made by such a high quality master. Again, here's this compound arrow made by Billy Berger. Here's a little different style of arrow, and I am very glad to have these in my collection too. These are made by Nick. You can see him on YouTube as the Backyard Bowyer, and he is just a great archer as well. So I'm really thankful to have some arrows handmade by the Backyard Bowyer Nick. Here's some primitive style arrows that are made by another great YouTube channel you should check out. It's called Tribe of Benjamin. So good old Ben Jones made these, and they are just fun to see the different styles that people make, and they look like they shoot really well. Tribe of Benjamin. This arrow here has the good old two-fletch style arrow. It's kind of got a crazy wicked head on it, and it's really cool. If you read this, this is made by a guy on YouTube named Primitive Tim. Tim is a great guy. He actually did a road trip across the country and stopped in and visited me here in Oregon. So I'm really glad I was able to meet him, and glad that he gave me one of his primitive arrows. So check out Primitive Tim's YouTube channel. Really cool stuff. Again, thank you, Jeff at Primitive Lifeways channel for giving me this great gift. I know that you put a lot of hours into making this by hand, and it's a real honor to own it. And I will be using the quiver. I probably won't shoot the arrow because it's just too high a quality, so I'll just keep it in my collection. And just wanted to thank you for that special gift. Thank you very much, Jeff.